All right, in 6.2, we learned about adding integers. All right, so same sign or different is what we looked at. The first thing you need to make sure that you understand is that absolute value, okay, and I know that some of this is review, and that's okay. Absolute value is the number without a sign. No negative, no positive, it's just the number itself without a sign. So if it's absolute value of a negative number, it's just that number. If it's absolute value of a positive number, it's just that number without its sign. How many units is it away from 0? All right, now when we add positive and negative numbers, all right, and subtracting them is going to be the same rule as well. Same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract and take. If you didn't get those rules written down, you need to make sure that you have that. Okay? Same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract and take. So let's practice a few. All right? So what if you had negative 10 plus negative 5? Negative 10 plus negative 5 is? Negative 15. Very good. Because they're both negative, so I would add them together and keep my negative sign. All right, now if I had negative 8 plus 3, same sign or different? Different. So now you subtract them, subtract their absolute values. So as soon as you recognize that they're different signs, you say, okay, well, 8 minus 3 is what? 5. And is my answer going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
It's negative. Why?
Because the biggest number is negative.
Because 8 has my greater absolute value, and it's negative. Okay, so my answer would be negative 5. All right, what if you had negative 7 plus negative 3? Negative 7 plus negative 3. Carlos?
Negative 10.
Okay, he says negative 10. Can someone defend his answer? Why would it be negative 10? Stephen?
Because both of the signs are the same, and 7 plus 3 is 2.
Okay, very good. They're both negative, so 7 plus 3 is 10, and you keep your negative. All right, so y'all got that? Y'all understand that? Same sign and different, add and keep, subtract and take? Okay. All right, and then the last thing we learned was dealing with 3 or more integers. And we can use an example like negative 16 plus 5 plus negative 10 plus 3. Now there's a couple different ways that you can solve this. No one way is, the say-all. If you want, no matter how you do this, it's up to you. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. All right, now you can just go left to right, meaning you look at the first two numbers, negative 16 plus 5, they're different in sign, so you can subtract and take. You could do it that way. Or you could use commutative property. Does anybody remember what we talked about with commutative property? Haley? Okay, very good. You can group together your negatives and group your positives together. You can move the numbers around as long as you keep their signs. So you could say negative 16 plus negative 10 plus 5 plus 3. Okay, you could rearrange them. So you could just work left to right, and that's fine. Or you can rearrange them, add your negatives together, add your positives together. Now, obviously, we have different signs, so we subtract and take, and our answer is going to be negative 18. Okay, so either way is fine, working left to right or rearranging them. I think rearranging them is a little bit easier to group all your negatives together, group all your positives together, add them, and then take the difference between them. Okay? All right, any questions?